Okay, today I want to do a quick review of what we had gone through yesterday with relative frequency, cumulative frequency, and relative cumulative frequency. So I just made this data up. So let's say I'm looking at prices of something. There's 7 that are from 5 to 9.99, 6 to 10 to 14.99, etc. If I'm asking for relative frequency, the first thing I need to do is find the total number of things that I'm talking about. So if I had that, I would take 7 plus 6 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8. So I have 43 things that I've looked at the price of. So relative frequency is really finding a percent, but we write it in decimal form, of the number there are out of the total. So I'm really taking 7 out of 43, 6 out of 43, 12 out of 43, 10 out of 43, 8 out of 43, which just means you're dividing. 7 divided by 43. Round it to 3 decimal places. So 0.1627, I want to look at the fourth number, and that's 0.163 because it was a 7. So 6 divided by 40, I had my pen on. 6 divided by 43. I gotta erase that. 43. So 0.1395, that 5 is going to make the 9 go up, which would then make the 3 go up. So it's 0.14. 12 divided by 43. The 9 is going to make, you would just have 0.279. 10 divided by 43, which is going to be, since the fourth number is a 5, 0.233, and 8 divided by 43, which is 0.186. Now, if you're ever asked percent, you would just multiply by 100. This is 16.3%. Or you move your decimal 2 places to the right. So cumulative frequency goes back and looks at this. From 5 to 9.99, there were 7. But this really is saying from 5 to 14.99. So to get this, you're looking at this column and this column. 7 plus 6, which is 13. Well, how many from 5 to 19.99? 7 plus 6 plus 12, which is 25. This would be 5 to 24.99. So 7 plus 6 plus 12 plus 10, which really you just need to add the next number to what you had. So that's 35. And then just to give you an idea, if I took 35 and added 8, there's my total numbers. So then relative cumulative frequency, you could say 7 divided by 43, 13 divided by 43. But the easy way is to just add them up from this column. So this is 0.163. But this is 0.163 plus 0.14. So you're adding the next number in the second column. So you have three, I think, 0.303. So then you would take your 0.303 and add the next number, which is 0.279, and continue until you have the whole column. Okay, so then you can answer those questions. Again, if anytime you're asked a percent, multiply those by 100 or move your decimal point. So what we're going to only thing left is percentile. So if you're asked about sorry, the percentile, you're going to be asked really the most important part in this whole little thing that is in there is really here. A percentile rank is the percentage of numbers that fall at or below a given number on the list. The median is the 50th percentile. But what you want to do is you're going to be asked different percentiles. But again, if I highlighted the most important part, this is what we're worried about. Okay. So looking at an example, taxi cab services for short distance trips. They're a flat fee or a metered fee, which means it's the more you drive, the more you're going to pay. Metered start with an initial fee and then charge a fixed rate after that. So this example is the 80 most expensive cities. These are the initial cab fees in ranked order, and there's a lot of them. So that's 80 cab fees, initial cab fees. So if I ask you, what is the percentile rank of a $3 initial cab fee? We go back, percentile rank, what I had highlighted is the percentage of numbers that fall at or below a given number. So I'm looking for the percent of the numbers that are below or at 3. What we want to think of with percent is part over whole. Well, whole, there's 80 cab fees. My part, how many are at or below $3? So I'm just going to go up to this list and I'm going to count. They're in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, never mind. I'm going to, these are all here. 1, 2, so I could count this column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 more. 8 more. 8, 8, 8. All of these. 8. All of these. 8 more. All of these. 8 more. All of these. 8 more. And that's it. Everything else is above $3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 eighths. 7 eighths is 56. So I take 56 divided by 80. Well, when I take 56 divided by 80, I get 0.7. How do I make that a percent? Times 100. So the percentile rank of a $3 cab fee is 70%. So you just want to think at or below that number. if you needed to see it listed, I think the way I did it probably makes a little bit more sense. So hopefully, if I asked you the percentile rank of an initial fee of 285, well, still think part over whole. Still 80 cab fees I looked at. But now I want 285 or less. So if I went back to that list, I would have stopped here. All of those are 285 or less, which means 8, 8, and 8 is 24. So I would have 24 out of 80. And if I take 24 divided by 80, I get 0.3. And if you times that by 100, that would be, its percentile rank would be 30%. So hopefully that helps. And hopefully you'll be able to do the assignment.